Hello, good morning, and welcome to This Date in History, also known as TDH. This show is all about the events that occurred to date in years past, both recognized by actual historians, but mainly things that we personally find intriguing enough for us to bring to you. The sources of this information come from the Smart Device application, Today in History, What Happened Today in History, Historical Calendar, and the website onthistay.com. Which is probably actually has been our only source that we've been using, really. But anyway, for links to those sources, the music, and anything else potentially interesting, check the underbar description below. Anyway, I am A.O. Xander. Hopefully people will join me throughout this show, but only time will tell. And you, viewer, of course, are you, if you are watching. Anyway, today is Tears Day, also known as Tuesday, September 13th, 2022. I'm in no control of my fingers anymore. Anyway, let's hop into this stuff here, shall we? Starting at the year 509 BC, the Temple of Jupiter on Rome's Capitoline Hill was dedicated on the Ides of September. What is the Ides of September? Oh, the Ides of September. The Ides. What the hell is an Ide, though? Ide. Let me look at this here. What is an Ide? No. What is the Ides of September? I've never heard. The Ides of September, the 13th, which is today, Jupiter was honored with a public banquet. The Epulum Jovis, a nail-driving ritual in the temple, marked the passing of the political year during the Republican era, and in the earliest period, the consuls took office in the Ides of September. Okay, well, there we go. It's the Roman month, so whatever. I'm going to have a link to this in the underbar here, actually, so let's see, move it to you. Yeah, first article right off the bat, learning some more things. Moving on up into 122, building began on Hadrian's Wall in northern England. Ah, yes, Hadrian's Wall. The Great Wall of China and the Great Wall of Trump ain't the only, great walls in the world. We also have Hadrian's Wall, which actually cuts the entirety of the British island in half. So look that up, that's pretty cool. 1224, Francis of Assisi was afflicted with stigmata after a vision praying on Mount Verna. Stigmata. That's interesting. Now, see, the other thing is, the human mind is really, really powerful. So you can actually will yourself to get diseases and whatnot. So maybe this guy believes so hard it actually came true. But who knows? I'm not God, and I can't say what is right or wrong. So it's just odd, 1501, Michelangelo began work on his statue of David, which was a masterpiece of the Renaissance sculpture. Or a masterpiece of Renaissance sculpture. So, the sculpturing things. So, yeah. And then 1515, the first day of the two-day Battle of Marignano, France's first French army defeated Swiss army force near Milan. Huh. And I wonder what the Pope had. Well, the Swiss and the Vatican have real close ties. So, but France was also under the Vatican, I believe. So I wonder what the Pope is. What his position in this conflict was. Anyway, we have a historic event in 1791 in which France's King Louis XVI accepted the Constitution. That's after they helped us become independent, and then they had a revolt and everything, a revolution. Well, France and their revolutions. They've had so many, I don't even know how many. I really doubt you can count them on multiple hands. Pardon me, I don't know what's going on. 1845, English chemist Michael Faraday discovered the Faraday effect, the influence of a magnetic field on polarized light. Huh. Well, that's interesting. Faraday effect. I would look it up if I knew exactly what this was, and I would go on YouTube, but I don't know if there's just gonna be explanations of it or if there's actually demonstrations. But yeah, well, after the show I'm gonna look it up. Actually, let's see here. Faraday effect. So I'll check that out a little bit later. Let's see here. We have in 1890 Cecil Rhodes colonists hoist the Union Jack in Mashonaland and Salisbury, which is modern Zimbabwe. Here we go. More imperialists. More taking over other countries and whatnot. That did happen. Not because of anything else but just to expand land and, you know, get more money and all that stuff. No hate behind it. Anyway, 1909, Ty Cobb clinched an American League home run title with his 9th home run, all inside the park. Interesting. Then we have some sports history some more. 1927, the New York Yankees clinched American League pennant after a 5-3 win over Cleveland Indians at Yankee Stadium. Babe Ruth hit home run number 52 en route to his Major League Baseball record of 60. Well, here we go, closing the knot here. You know, coming up to the end. 3 years later, in 1930, Paavo Nurmi ran world record 20,000 meters in 1 hour, 4 minutes, 38.4 seconds. That's pretty fast there. And, you know, running for a straight hour, you know, for a whole hour straight, you know, that's endurance. I can't do that. Not yet. Anyway, gotta train. 1936, 17-year-old Cleveland Indians future Baseball Hall of Fame pitcher Bob Feller struck out with then record 17 Philadelphia A's in a 5-2 win at League Park in Cleveland. Alright. We have a murder of interest here with a knife that appears to be dripping a drop of blood. In 1936, acting on the orders of Louis Buchalter, Murder Inc. killers gunned down Joseph Rosen, a Brooklyn candy store owner. Wow, seriously? So, wow, they just murdered a candy store owner. The Candyman, no! If the Candyman can, but if he's gone, then who can? You know, oh no. 1938, Alexander Cartwright was inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. Nice. Alright. And let's see here, moving on up into 1944, Aman Goth removed as head of Krakow-Flaslau concentration camp by the SS for stealing state property. Dang. So, wow. Yeah, well, you know, at least they turned on themselves, so that's good, you know. Evil always eats other evil. Period. Because, yep. 1947, T-Bone Walker recorded his biggest hit, Call It Stormy Monday, but Tuesday is just as bad, in Hollywood, California. Ah, cool. 1958, Braves' Warren Spahn was the first lefty to win 20 or more games 9 times. Wow, so 20 or more games 9 times. So 92, so that's 180 games. Well, no. Yeah, 180 games. That's a lot of games. 1 year later, 1959, U.S. National Championship Women's Tennis at the Forest Hills, New York. Maria Bueno of Brazil won her first of 4 U.S. singles crowns, defeating England's Christine Thurman 6-1, 6-4. 1963 saw Jim Bouton's 20th win, clinching Yanks' 28th pennant. Nice. And then 1964, U.S. National Champion Men's Tennis, Forest Hills, New York. Roy Emerson defeated fellow Australian Fred Stoll 6-2, or 6-4, 6-2, 6-4 for his 3rd Grand Slam title of the year. And 365 days later, 1965, Beatles released single Yesterday, Just Paul, with the strings arranged by George Martin. Yesterday, it just seems like a day away. And I know you guys don't come here to hear me sing, so I'm just going to move on up into another 1965 here, in which Willie Mays' 500th home run off Don Nonabart, specifically, Giants' 11th straight win. Nice. 1969, Scooby-Dooby-Doo, Where Are You? By Hanna-Barbera debuted on CBS in the U.S. Nice, I love that show. Big Scooby fan. 1969 as well, Plastic Ono Band's first live performance featuring John Lennon, Yoko Ono, and Eric Clapton at the Toronto Rock and Roll Revival Festival. Alright. Moving on up into 1970, the U.S. Open Men's Tennis at Forest Hills, New York. Ken Rosewall won 2nd U.S. title, defeating fellow Australian Tony Roche 2-6, 6-4, 7-6, 6-3. First major in which title break used to decide sets at 6-6. Dang. So the first tie break. Here we go. Nice. I always wondered, you know, like what the whole rules are. I'm slowly learning more and more about tennis. Have not learned a lick and spit anything about cricket, though. But, I mean, other than they have weird like... Oh, They flimmited at the flaggity in a wicked shicket bicket, you know? Like, what the hell are you talking about, dude? Are you having a stroke? Anyway, 1971, Frank Robinson hit his 500th home run. That's still pretty good. So, in 1971 as well, Nikita Khrushchev, Soviet premier, buried in Moscow. Alright. Then we have some more tennis. In 1981, U.S. Open men's tennis. John McEnroe won third straight U.S. titles, defeating Bjorn Borg 4-6, 6-2, 6-4, 6-3 in Bjorg's last Grand Slam match. Aw, poor Bjorg. Didn't go out winning, but he went out swinging. Hey, look at that. 1982, Major League Baseball Phillies Steve Carlton tossed a complete game shutout and hit a home run for the fourth time in his career in a 2-0 win over St. Louis at Veterans Stadium, Philadelphia. He became the only pitcher to do so in 3 different decades. Wow. Well, yeah, that's pretty good. And 1 year later, in 1983, Dan Queensberry recorded his 39th season save. Cool. And here's this guy, you know, not bad face, you know. 1983 as well. Yep, or no, just as well, one as well. Oakland's Ricky Henderson, the third straight 100 steals for season. Dang. Not bad. I agree with that face. Not bad. Pretty good, actually. 1984, Shimon Peres became the 8th Prime Minister of Israel, succeeding Yitzhak Shamir. Alright. Man, you know, I just look at these guys. And, yep. 1985, second MTV Video Music Awards, Bruce Springsteen. What? What happened to Bruce Springsteen? He won? I guess so. Just says Bruce Springsteen. So, okay. 1987, U.S. Open Women's Tennis. Marta Navratilova retained her title, defeating Steffi Graf of Germany 7-6, 6-1. Dang. And then, 1989, Archbishop Desmond Tutu led biggest anti-apartheid protest march in South Africa. Good. Good. 1990, Law & Order, created by Dick Wolf, first premiered on NBC. Well, I'd hate to have his name in roll call, and they usually go last name first. So, yeah, yikes. So, anyway, 1991, Joe Carter, first baseball player with 3 consecutive 100 runs battings in seasons with 3 different teams: Indians, Padres, and Blue Jays. Ah, cool. I haven't seen him before. He looks really cool. 1992, U.S. Open men's tennis. God damn, this tennis really needs to go. Steven Enberg retained his title, defeating Pete Sampras 3-6, 6-4, 7-6, 6-2. And then we have an agreement of interest in 1993, in which public unveiling of the Oslo Accords, an Israeli-Palestinian peace agreement initiated by Norway, was signed by Israeli Minister of Foreign Affairs Shimon Peres and PLO, or I guess Palestine Liberation Organization official Mahmoud Abbas. Yeah, Team Palestine. You know, Israel needs to get the fuck out. 1997, Elton John released singles "Something About the Way You Look Tonight" in the UK. Yeah, as I saw in the meme, he's the only queen in England anymore. So, yeah, I'm gonna get some hate for that. 1997 as well, Mother Teresa's state funeral was held in India. I was 10 years old. Well, 10 and a half, whatever. But, yeah. Looking back, I wish I had attended, but whatever. 1999, John Elway's number 7 jersey was retired by the Denver Broncos. Nice. And we have a television debut in 2005. Supernatural debuted on the Warner Brothers, starring Jensen Ackles and Jared Padalecki. This was the longest-running North American fantasy series. Is this the same? Is this the one where like all the horsemen are portrayed by people, and then I think so, because I remember there was some show. Yo, welcome to the show, Spike. How you doing? You are muted, unfortunately. So, wow, you're getting yourself sorted up. Oh, there you are.
I'm here, man.
You are here. We are actually all the way up in 2008. Been hammering out through this. If you want to join. But I'm going to take this year, 2008 33rd Toronto International Film Festival. Slumdog Millionaire, directed by Danny Boyle, won the People's Choice Award. I heard about that. Never really watched it. I don't understand it, but Slumdog Millionaire. You want to take a couple articles, Mr. Spike?
Where we at?
We are now in 2009 in the Video Music Awards.
On the script?
The script actually contains links now. We no longer actually write the script. We stopped doing that a long time ago. But if you do go to the TDH script channel, there's a link. There's actually 3 links. We're at the top one, the historical events. Then the other ones are today's famous birthdays and who died today in history. But we're right now in the today's historical events on onthisday.com. So you can click that and then, scroll all the way down to 2009.
Going.
Yep. While you're doing that, I'm actually going to take 2009 and then you can have 2010. I just don't want dead air, 2009, we have 26 MTV Video Music Awards. Beyonce, Taylor Swift, and T.I. featuring Rihanna won.
Whoa, T.I.
Who's T.I.?
T.I. is a rapper.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Is it just T.I. or does that stand? Is it for like titanium influence or does it is it just T.I.?
You know what? I never found that one out.
Usually abbreviations stand for
Might
something.
be his initials, I'm not sure.
Yeah. Then, we all know Will I Am is actually William, and that's his real name. So, I know that much.
U.S. Men's Open... Oh, 2010.
Yep.
U.S. Men's Open Tennis. 2010 U.S. Men's Open Tennis. Rafael Nadal wins his first U.S. crown. Beats Novak Djokovic 6-4, 5-7, and 6-4 and 6-2. The first Spanish man to win the U.S. title since Manuel Orantes in 1975.
Yeah, now you want to know something crazy about those scores? Now, I'm not sure if you know much about tennis or anything, but 6-4, that's not 6... That's not 4 different games they played. That's 6 games to 4 games. So, every number you see, those are actual games. Those aren't points from a game. Those are actual games. So he won 6 games. He won 6 games out of 10. Then he won 5 games, or he won 5 games out of 14.
Dude, I was watching that. That fucking was it Serena Williams?
No, she's tennis as well. This is men's tennis though. Serena's not a man, maybe yet. I don't know. I can't tell.
But I was watching the game and I was like, why is this game taking so long, dude?
Yeah, no, because tennis goes by point 15, 30. Right? It goes at love 15, 30, 45 in game. I think I don't know. Dad said it a couple days ago on the show. But they play for games won, not for points won during a game. So what you see here is 6-4, so that's 10 games right there. Then that's 14, another 10, and then another 8. So, whatever number those 4 numbers lead up to, that's how many games they played for that title, and that's just right there. Tennis is insane. The longest match of tennis went for 11 hours and 5 minutes or something like that. It's nuts.
Holy shit!
Yeah, it's absolutely nuts. So. Anyway, take us on up to 2012 if you do so wish.
2012, 19 people are killed after a freight elevator crashes from 100 meters in Wuhan, China.
Wuhan again. Dang.
COVID elevator.
COVID elevator? COVID elevator, dude. That sounds like an album name.
They got the Wuhan.
Everybody was kung flu fighting. No. But anyway, yeah, I forgot to mention, we mostly, only read the highlighted ones, the black ones, with the big black boxes, but sometimes when there's multiple people, we do, read the stuff in between, and that was really interesting, COVID elevator, so, but, this other 2012, the one right under what you just read, that's another interesting one right there, if you want to read that.
2012, 33,000 people evacuated after Guatemala's volcano erupts.
Volcano of fire.
Oh,
not just a volcano, but a volcano of fire. Which aren't they all of fire?
2012? Damn, I didn't remember that.
33,000, that's a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, unless you want to read this this Libya one, the historic event underneath that one, go for it.
2012, Russian Prime Minister Dmitry Medvedev Medvedev calls Russian punk band Pussy Riot to be freed.
Pussy Riot! Release the pussy! Hashtag free pussy! Free the... Actually, you know what? If there was a riot to free Pussy Riot from jail, would that be the Pussy Riot riot? Like... And if it was a whole bunch of, you know... If it was a whole bunch of cowards doing that, would that be the Pussy Riot of Pussy Riot? Like how deep does this go? Anyway, moving on up into, I'm just going to take 2014. Actually, no, I'm going to take this other one here. 40 people were killed after TB Joshua's The Synagogue Church of All Nations collapsed in Nigeria. Dang.
Yeah.
Church collapse. That's not good. And then we have 24...
I don't go to church.
I don't go to church either. So, every time I try, my skin starts tingling uncontrollably, and then I start, feeling like really warm and like, I don't know, maybe I'm from hell. Like, I certainly live in a place worse than hell, but... In 2014, we have Farm Aid held in Raleigh, North Carolina. Performers included Willie Nelson, John Mellencamp, Neil Young, Dave Matthews, Jack White, Gary Clark Jr., Preservation Hall Jazz Band, Jamie Johnson, Todd Snyder, and Charlene Carter. That's a pretty good lineup right there.
Right?
Yeah. And let's see here, 2015, the EU migrant crisis. Germany introduced a temporary border control to cope with huge migrant numbers. Dang, I remember that. Germany became the punchline of Europe for all the refugees to fly to from Syria and Afghanistan and Iraq and all the other stand nations. So, anyway,
yeah, that was 2015, man. That's getting like closer to fucking where we're at.
Yeah. Well, I mean, with the shows, we start as far back as possible, then we just get close. So, but anyway, it's your turn now if you want to take this golf major one in 2015.
2015, Evian Championship Women's Golf. Evian Resort GT. Lyda Cove of New England wins by 6 from Lexi Thompson to become the youngest major winner, 18 years, 142 days.
Are you sure it's New England? I think she's from somewhere
New
else.
Zealand.
Ah, okay.
New Zealand.
Yeah. And by the way, just for your information, GC stands for golf club or golf course. I don't know which, because there's two ones. There's the CC, which is country club, and then there's GC, which I think is golf course, or maybe golf club. I don't know, but it's golf. So just a little FYI, like the whole show is about learning, not just for viewers, but for the people. I learn something almost every day, doing this show. So, I'm not immune to that. So, I just enjoy spreading education is all. So, anyway, you have another one here, 2015. Oh God, this guy, and you're a fellow Californian too, man. So you can share in my pain reading this.
Mm-hmm. Want me to read it?
Yep, your turn.
2015, Governor of California Jerry Brown declares state of emergency after wildfires devastate Lake and Napa counties.
Man, dude, we've been having like a ridiculous amount of wildfires since 2007. It's as far back as I remember. Like, I remember being under suggested, almost borderline, like, mandatory evacuation. The line was like right next to our house. Like,
Shit.
Yeah, well, like, not the fire line or anything. I'm talking about, if you looked at a map, of like, oh, this is the mandatory evacuation zone and this is the suggested evacuation zone. The mandatory zone is just like a mile away. And it's just like, it's, like we were packed up, ready to go, like buttoned up, and it was real, dude. It was real.
In that year, I just saw smoke everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, everywhere around LA was just like ashes, fucking dark clouds.
We live in hell, dude. We live in hell. Actually, like I like to say, and I don't want to say joke because I'm all serious. We live in a place worse than hell because California has all the properties and aspects of hell, except they charge us to be here. You
should see, dog. I'm working at it right there by Skid Row right now.
Yeah,
they get free everything, free food, free drugs, free healthcare.
Oh man, you got the Joe Biden crack pipe thing going on.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
My God. Anyway, you have another one here, tennis, if you do so wish.
All right. Where we at? Oh yeah.
2015.
Again?
Yeah, no, this is actually
The
like
U.S. tennis, men's tennis.
it's tennis season right now apparently. So that we've been getting a lot of tennis for like a while. So
2015 U.S. Open men's tennis. Again, the same guy. Novak Djokovic beats Roger Federer. Federer 6-4, 5-7, 6-4, 6-4. Third man to reach all four Grand Slam finals in the same year in an open era after Rod Laver and Federer.
dang, first man to reach all four Grand Slams. Like that's insane.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
The Witch of the West.
The witch. Let's see here. Well, 2017, the second one at least, the one under the blue one, is interesting. The one right before the historic. Oh God. The one above Clinton. Go for it.
Remember the 2017?
Yeah, your turn. You get 3 for 3.
All right. International Olympic Committee announces Paris 2024 and Los Angeles 2028 will host the Olympic Games.
Hey, Los Angeles hosting the Olympic Games in 6 years. Do you think that's actually going to come to pass, or is that all like, going to collapse? I mean, we saw.
Hopefully, get rid of all the crackheads.
You know what? Like that make. Oh my god! It's giving me South Park memories, dude. I wonder if we're gonna have crackhead baby basketball as an actual sport, like introducing for the first time in the Olympic Games.
They had people threatening the people on the bikes.
The cyclists.
Yeah.
Like what happened with the cyclists?
The mafia was like threatening people on the bikes.
The mafia?
Yeah, in Brazil.
Oh, well, that's something else. That's Brazil.
They actually paid the mafia to get out of there, like so that they won't be around there.
Oh wow! So that's what. So the Olympics paid the mafia to leave them alone. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty interesting. We're still paying protection money. So, what year was that, if you remember?
Year the Olympics were in Brazil.
Okay, well that makes sense. When was Summer Olympics, right? When was the Brazil Olympics? 2016. Yeah, 2016. Okay, so this is about the same year, or just before that. That's interesting. I did not know that. Thank you. See, I taught you something, and you taught me something. This is how it works, man. You know. We have another 27 here. 2017. If you want to take this one.
The Wicked Witch.
Yeah, the Wicked, the Wicked Witch.
2017. Martin Shkreli's. Yeah, Martin Shkreli's bill revoked after he judged risk to community for posting $5,000 bounty for a strand of Hillary Clinton's hair.
Oh my God! So he put in. So it sounds like he put an open advertisement of $5,000 for anybody who can somehow get a lock of Hillary Clinton's hair. And that's essentially encouraging assault with a financial payoff. So, yeah. Dang.
What are you gonna do, clone her?
Well, no, how do you get somebody's hair without their consent? You know? The imagination is the only limit. So, anyway, 2017 as well. Here we go, more Hurricane Irma. The nursing home inhabitants rescued after losing their air conditioning in aftermath of Hurricane Irma in Hollywood, Florida. And 11 people died during that particular incident. So yeah, there is a Hollywood in Florida. And
I was about to say, how is there a hurricane in Hollywood?
Yeah, no, there's a Hollywood in Florida, and I actually learned that from the Tenacious D, the Pick of Destiny movie. Like he was on a quest to find Hollywood, and there's apparently like 17 different Hollywoods in the country. So.
What the hell?
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, then we have 2017 as well. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres said Rohingya refugee crisis are now catastrophic, as 370,000 confirmed to have fled Myanmar. Dang, that's a lot of refugees.
I don't know, nobody wants to be in Myanmar.
Yeah. And then in 2018, Islamic extremism by 121 groups caused 84,000 deaths in 2017, according to a report by Global Extremist Monitor presented by Tony Blair. Dang.
Whoa.
84,000 people murdered
Right?
through terrorist activity in 2017 alone. Apparently, that's
That is
wild.
like really a lot of people.
That is. That's
How
a.
do we not hear about this?
I don't know. I mean, like, we can't hear about every aspect of news, especially today.
84,000 people?
Yeah, 84,000 people. Well, this wasn't in one hit. This was over the course of the entire year and worldwide. So 84,000 people globally within that year died due to terrorist activity, be it suicide bombings, stabbings, beheadings, shootings, whatever it is that terrorists do, So, but it is now your turn. The one between the two black ones here, this 2018, the nearly 40%, that one's interesting there if you want to take that.
2018, nearly 40%, 36.6% to be exact, of all female suicides occurring in India, according to a report published in the Lancet.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't know what that's all about, but
Hey, man. They gotta be covered. They get treated like crap. Like,
in India though, like they're not a Muslim nation. They're a
Hey.
India's
they get treated like crap. You seen Vice?
What?
Yeah, they did a documentary on Vice.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, like, I mean, like, I'm not saying there's no Muslims in India. I'm just saying, like, predominantly they're a not Buddhist. I mean, they do practice Buddhism as well.
The guys just have their way with them. They get raped on the streets if they're out at night.
That is true
consider
too.
them warriors and shit at night.
That is true as well. Yeah. I don't know why I was going down the religious aspect, but well, we were just talking about like,
2018.
Yeah. Go ahead.
2018 meeting of interest. Pope Francis meets with the leaders of the American Catholic Church in Rome to discuss sexual abuse. Review. What about people?
Yep. I've read an article or two about this guy doing stuff involving that subject matter, and like they are finally addressing it and trying to do something.
You're talking about sexual abuse. You, Pope Francis.
Pope Francis. Yep. 2018 as well. Spanish Parliament voted to exhume former dictator Francisco Franco from the Valley of the Fallen. Good. Yeah. Good. He does not deserve to be honorably buried. That piece of crap monster. Yeah, Francisco Franco, like he was literally a fascist. Like he was, like I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but like right before World War II, Spain had a civil war, and the fascist, the dictator won. Francisco Franco, and he reigned until like 74, 75, somewhere in there, until his death. He was never deposed. He never had any real turbulence, to my knowledge, keeping his position. So, but yeah, that's good that they decided to remove him from the Valley of the Fallen. That sounds like an honorable place, and he does not belong there at all. He actually worked with Hitler and Mussolini during World War II. Spain wasn't actually, Spain was neutral, but they worked with them. And the same thing would be said about Sweden. Like if I have the correct
South
country.
America.
What?
And South America.
Well, South America is a whole different thing. South America is a continent. I'm talking about individual countries. No, not Sweden. Swiss. Or I guess that's Sweden. I don't know. But anyway, the Swiss were neutral as well, as they always are. However, they have really close ties to the Vatican, and the Vatican is in Rome, and that's in Italy, and that's where Benito was. So, politics, alliances, documents of this and that and the other. It's confusing. So.
They just didn't want the people to know about UFOs.
Yeah. Anyway, 2019, U.S. actress Felicity Huffman was sentenced to 14 days in prison for her role in the college admissions scandal. Huh. I wonder what that is. So. Yeah. College is just laughable now, so I'm not even going to look it up. Anyway, you have another tennis one if you want that.
2020, U.S. Men's Open Tennis. Austrian Dominic Thiem becomes first in 70 years to recover from two sets down to win the U.S. crown. Beats Alexander Zverev of Germany 2-6, 4-6, 6-4, 6-3, 7-6. Damn, I thought it was 2-6 in the first game.
Yeah, 2-6. So like he lost, he lost horribly, because like it appears to be like that it's X out of 6. So if you win 6, you win. Or like so that way, like 2-6. Okay, he lost. 4-6, he lost. 6-4, he won. 6-3, he won. And then 7-6, they apparently had some kind of tiebreaker. I don't know exactly how it goes, but that's how. And the difference between men and women's tennis is women go for best 2 out of 3. Men go for best 4 out of 5, I believe, or best 3 out of 4. I don't know, but yeah. But yeah, the way you said Alexander, I thought you said Adam Sandler, and I'm like, wait a minute, what?
Oh yeah, man, Adam Sandler.
But anyway, you have 2 more 2021s if you want.
Well, we got Nicki Minaj.
Yep.
2021. Nicki Minaj tweets misinformation about vaccines making men impotent, forcing prominent officials to publicly debunk it, including Anthony Fauci and the health minister of Trinidad. Damn.
Wow, misinformation. Wow, like political buzzword. If it's
Who's
not
gonna believe Nicki Minaj?
Nicki Minaj, like yeah, I don't believe that's misinformation. See, here's the thing: if that was false, then why are they trying so hard to cover it up? I have a feeling that that's true. Because in a fascist regime like what we have today, whenever somebody tells the truth, they try to push them down. They try to suppress it. Any truth, anything that's against their status quo, they try to suppress, and that's what we live in today. So, impotent. Do you know what impotent means?
No.
Impotent means unable for a man to become physically aroused. Like,
whoa.
He can't get it up. Like impotence. That's what impotent means. You can't get it up. So, yeah.
I know, man. Has anybody been vaccinated?
Yeah, you get vaccinated. That's just more chemicals and stuff in your body, and our body is just a bunch of chemicals. You introduce, you create an off balance and everything, and it'll create things maybe like impotence and stuff like that. Anyway,
you know what's not misinformation?
They're calling it misinformation because they don't want people to think that. But see, what makes me believe that it's actually true is if it was false, they wouldn't be trying so hard to say it was false. It would just naturally be known to be false. But the fact that they're trying so hard to label it something, just tells me why are they putting in so much effort into something that's supposed to not even be a threat? If it's not real, then why is it so much of a threat? So that makes me think it's real. In that logic. So.
Look at Nicki Minaj.
Nicki Minaj.
Oh shit.
Anyway, before we move on to births and deaths, anybody watching, if there's any articles that grabbed your attention more than most, start a dialogue in the comments section. Any questions you have, anything that you want to elaborate on, anything that you want us to elaborate on, start a dialogue. We will talk with you. Anyway, moving on into births, we're starting off in the year 1087. We have John II Komnenos, Emperor of the Byzantine Empire, serving from 1118 to 43. Born in Constantinople, Byzantine Empire, dying in 1143. We have Daniel Defoe in 1660. He was an English novelist for the Robinson Crusoe, born in London, England, dying in 1731. Alright. I presume Mr. Spike is on the phone right now because I heard his phone going off, so... Anyway, I'm going to continue on. We have Laura Secord in 1775, a Canadian war heroine, or a female hero, born in Great Barrington, Massachusetts Bay, dying in 1878. So, yeah, Canadian. Nice. And we have Milton S. Hershey, born on the state in 1857, an American chocolate tycoon, the Hershey Chocolate Company, and a philanthropist. He was born in Derry Township, Pennsylvania, dying in 1945. The creator of Hershey's. So, if you've ever had a Hershey chocolate or anything with Hershey's or anything like that, or I don't know if Hershey's is owned by the Mars Corporation now or what, but yeah, he started it. And we have the man, the myth, the legend, John J. Pershing, born on this date in 1860, also known as Blackjack. He was an American general and World War I commander, born in Laclede, Missouri, dying in 1948. Yeah, Pershing, big name in World War I. Great guy. We have Arnold Schoenberg in 1874, was an Austrian-American composer, Verklarte Nacht, Transfigured Night, Second Quartet, and a painter associated with the Expressionist movement. He was born in Vienna, Austria, dying in the year of 1951. Who else was born on this date, you may ask? Well, I will answer you. We have Claudette Colbert in 1903. Actual name was Lily Chauchelin. She was a French-born U.S. actress, Texas lady. It happened one night. Born in Paris, France. Died in 1996. She kind of looks like Lucy or something, well, all women of that era had the same style and everything. Well, it's all part of the fashion trends, Oh, yeah. We have Roald Dahl, born on this date in 1916. He was a British author, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and the BFG, or the Big Friendly Giant, not the big fucking gun. He was born in Cardiff, Wales, dying in 1990. Okay, so this is the guy behind all that, so... Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the BFG, and I assume others. Those are the two prominent ones. So that's pretty cool. Then we have Hissène Habré, 1942, a Chadian politician and convicted war criminal, dictator of Chad from 1982 through 90. Woof. Born in Faya Larguiou, Chad, French Equatorial Africa. Died in 2021, just last year. Wow. A Chadian dictator. What a Chad. So, who else was born on this date? Let's take a look. We're really scrolling through the time here. But we have Shane Warne, born here in 1969. He was an Australian cricket... Oh, shit. He died today. He was an Australian cricket spin bowler and broadcaster. 145 tests, 708 wickets. BB 8 out of 71, 194 ODIs, Victoria, California, Hampshire, CCC. Born in Melbourne, Australia, died in 2022. Died today. Died earlier today. Today. Like, not today back then, but today. As we live and breathe, he died on this date. Wow. That's a tragedy. That doesn't happen too often, that we report on somebody in the now. So, we have Goran Ivanisevic, born on this date in 1971, a Croatian tennis player, Wimbledon 2001, born in Split, Croatia. Actually, no, he didn't die today. Sorry, he died in 2022, so he died earlier. March 4th, okay, of a heart attack. Okay, so not today. I got overexcited. So, this guy's really concerned about that ball right there. And then, let's see here, who else was born on this day? We have Thomas Müller, 1989, a German football player, Bayern Munich, German national team, born in Weilheim in Oberbayern, West Germany. Moving on up into death, starting in the year 81, we have Titus Flavius Vespasianus, Emperor of Rome from 69 to 81, who captured Jerusalem and completed the Colosseum, died of a fever at the age of 42, around there, roughly. So he completed the Colosseum. So nice. That's cool. We have Philip II of Spain, good old Thimblehead, died on this date in 1598. Philip II, the King of Spain, 1556 through 98, and Portugal, 1580 through 98, died of cancer at 71. Dang. So 1598, we already knew about cancer. Well, I mean, I think they knew about cancer in Egypt, so yeah. In 1759, we lost James Wolfe. He was a British Army officer who defeated the French in Canada and captured Quebec. He died in battle at the age of 32. Dang. Well, yep. And what was this? 1803, I just saw this. Like, whenever I see it first, my eyes naturally get drawn to it. We have John Barry, first American Commodore of the U.S. Navy, dies at 58. What is a Commodore of the U.S. Navy, though? Because you may ask it, and I certainly am asking it. Commodore of the U.S. Navy. It was an early title and later a rank in the U.S. Navy, the U.S. Coast Guard, and the Confederate States Navy. So, interesting. What is a Commodore in the Navy? Navy a Commodore is ranked above a captain and below a rear admiral. The designation has usually been used only in wartime. Outside the navies, the master of any vessel is addressed as captain, and the term is usually adopted as a courtesy to marine pilots. Huh. Well, that's interesting. Moving up into 1881, we have Ambrose Burnside. He was an American soldier, industrialist, and a politician. He was the governor of Rhode Island from 1866 through 69. He also popularized sideburns, so Burnside, sideburns. So that's, the whole term sideburns comes from this guy. Like he had some wicked sideburns, and his name was Burnside. So side, what burns, Burnside, sideburns, whatever. Vernaculars. He died of a heart attack at the age of 57. So that's unfortunate. But, yeah. And we have Lili Elbe, died on this date in 1931. She was born Einar Wegener. She was a Danish transgender woman, former painter, and the first identifiable recipient of sex reassignment surgery, autobiography, Man into a Woman. Died from complications involving a uterus transplant at 48. Yeah, if you can't play the cards you're dealt, then fold. So, yeah, that's what she did. He did. It. Whatever. I don't know. Just be you, Don't go under the knife to change who you are for what you feel. Just be you. Be you. 1946, Amon Gulth was an Austrian SS commandant of the Flaglau concentration camp, executed via hanging after being convicted of war crimes at the age of 37. This guy. Okay. Yeah, this is the same guy that he got punished for stealing company property or whatever, state property, something like that. Then we have August Krogh, died on this date in 1949. He was a Danish zoophysiologist, died at the age of 75. Moving on up into 1996, Tupac Shakur. Rest in peace, my homie. A U.S. rapper and actor, Juice Bullets, died of internal bleeding after a drive-by shooting at the age of 25. Far too young. Far too young, but yeah. I used to think he originally created that song, what's that one? You know what I'm talking about. But no, that's actually, the way it is, that's actually a vastly older song. But he put his little spin on it. And both songs are good, Oops, did not want to click that. Then we have George Wallace, died on this date in 1998. He was a U.S. politician, a governor, Democrat for Alabama, and a presidential candidate. He died of septic shock at 79.
Wallace?
Yep.
Nah, George Wallace.
George Wallace. Yo, you just missed it. Tupac Shakur died on this date in 1996.
Oh, well, rest in peace.
Yeah, I said that earlier. So, I agree. But anyway, you're back. So if you want, so we're all the way down in 2001 in deaths now. So we're pretty much near the end of the actual show here. So go for it. 2001, who died?
Who died in history today? Let's see. 2001?
Yep.
All right. 2001, we got Haroslav Dromby. Why you give me the hard ones? Haroslav Dromby. Chess ice hockey player. Olympic silver, 1948, and a tennis player, Wimbledon, 1954, French, 1951, 52, dies of a stroke at 79.
I've never encountered anybody struggle so hard to say Wimbledon. Wimbledon.
Wimbledon.
You have another
I tongue twisted me a bit when I said his name, that's why.
Uh-huh. You have another
I kind of got tongue twisted when I said his name.
Yep. You have another one here in 2015.
Oh, 2015? Moses Malone, Basketball Hall of Fame center. NBA MVP 1979, 82, and 83. NBA Finals MVP 1983. 12-time NBA All-Star for the Houston Rockets and Philadelphia 76ers. Dies of a heart disease at 60. Fuck.
I wonder, is this the pre-Malone to the post-Malone? You know?
Yeah.
And, oh wow, yeah, another guy who, well, this is, I got overly excited earlier and I thought I had reported on somebody who died today, but here you have somebody who actually died today. Like, once again, and this time I'm for certain, as we live and breathe today, this guy died today. Not last year, but this year, on this date.
Okay, I'm getting it.
Oh, muted again. So we have 2022, we have Jean-Luc Godard, was a French director for Alphaville, Hail Mary, and Breathless. Well, he certainly is now. Died at the age of 91. Rest in peace, Jean-Luc Godard. You know? That's, yeah. Wow, so that's kind of weird. It kind of went off the handle earlier in this. But that actually did happen with some other guy. He died on this date. Today, 2022. So rest in peace. Anyway, that concludes the show. Once again, you can check the description, the underbar, for any links you may find interesting. Which also includes, but not limited, to things involving all OMNI Coalition. Anyway, for all of you and all of us, I am A.O. Xander, and I am joined by Spike, who's down there, muted again, doing something, I don't know. For your dose of Past Events Daily, we stream every day at 10 in the morning Pacific Time, which is, 12 Central, 1 Eastern, apparently 8, Hawaiian, I don't know. Anyway, until you check us, until tomorrow, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. Until then, toodles! Let's go, Brandon.